Welcome to the Dreamlands. We are back once again in the deserts of Kharak for some multiplayer action. This time around taking a look at a 2 versus 2 on the classic map Firebase Kriil. And I do believe that we've got 3 players in this matchup making their debut on the channel, so that is pretty damn awesome. Once again, if I haven't cast a replay of yours yet, I want you to send them to me and I will prioritize them in the queue. So you can do that on the Discord. I will leave the link in the video description in case you are not on there yet, which would be really strange, and I encourage you to join it. So anyway, let us get our bearings here on the map. We are going to be on the north side of Firebase Kriil, Team 1. First up, playing as the Galcian in a really sick, like, dark bluish purple and black. It is going to be Warchild, a player that has been around for quite some time. I've played with him a fair bit, and he's a pretty damn decent player. I haven't played with him for a while though, and I'm pretty excited to have him making his debut on the channel as the Galcian, so that's pretty awesome. His ally, I've already forgotten who it is. Oh yeah, it is going to be Moritz, taking up the left spawn on the north side for Team 1. Moritz, another player that's been around for a little while, and I don't believe that they've made their appearance on the channel just yet. I could be mistaken, but I don't remember casting them yet, so please welcome him to the channel. Moritz and Warchild, their opponents, spawning on the south side for Team 2. I don't really have to check this even. So it is first up on the left-hand spawn, returning to the channel, a player everybody should be very familiar with, Catharsis, playing as the Knef. He plays Galcian and Knef, and is a very strong player. So Team 1 has some work cut out for them indeed. His ally making his debut on the channel, taking up the right side spawn as the Coalition, it is going to be Jetlag. This is a player that I have absolutely no idea about. I know nothing about them, I've never seen them or played with them, so it should be pretty interesting to see what they bring to the table. So Coalition Knef versus Galcian Coalition. Pretty interesting. Warchild has saturated his main. Looks like he's just getting set to long haul from his first wreck bulkhead. Similarly, a little bit ahead of him, Moritz has saturated his main and is already long hauling. Both players on the old Strikecraft tech. Warchild with a forward production cruiser spewing out those skimmers. No upgrades yet. Forward base runner as well. Well, it does appear that Moritz has recycled his base runner and has gone for LAVs with a single armor upgrade very early. Mid, we've got, who is this? Jetlag with very early artifact grab on the middle position, couple of LAVs on the field and saturated his main. No long hauling going on yet, whereas Catharsis looks going for an economic opener. He does have his production cruiser positioned by his first wreck bulkhead and has saturated both that and his main. Couple of sand skimmers on the field, not nearly enough to engage Moritz directly as Catharsis goes for a artifact grab. That is definitely not going to happen. Moritz is going to snipe that. Looks like Warchild was getting ready for a push, but for some reason was scared off by a small number of LAVs. Do we have upgrades for them? No upgrades yet. No upgrades on the skimmers. Click on them. No. Oh, what? Oh, a base runner, and it gets focus fired. Really nice micro there from Moritz, focusing down that blast drone. That could have been potentially devastating. Linking up now with the skimmers from Warchild. They are going to get that base runner. Oh, and a clutch turret goes down. That desperation turret. You should focus it though. Warchild should focus this. Both of them together can take that down quite easily. The space runner is almost toast. Turret goes down, takes a couple of skimmers with it. LAVs as well. The space runner's toast, so it's going to stay at 0-0 and some heavy railguns on the field now from Warchild. Looking to lock down this side of the map with those heavy railguns on the high ground position. Very nicely done. I love the teamwork on display here. On the back of that push, we do have Warchild with an artifact grab from that base runner. Moritz following up with AAVs. So we'll have to see what the tech choice is for our defending players. Whoa, Jetlag being pretty ballsy here, moving out with his carrier. Does he have a support cruiser on the field? No support cruiser. This is a mistake in my opinion. Those are assault railguns, pardon me. So a couple of assault railguns on the high ground. Oh, did I miss a blast drone hit? There are suddenly no skimmers on the field. I think I did. Jeez. I apologize for that. There's a single blast drone here hiding in a pretty nice spot, but it looks like Moritz and Warchild lost pretty much all of their attacking skimmers, so there had to have been a really money blast drone shot that I missed. That's annoying. I was distracted by Jetlag pushing out with his carrier there. Assault railguns now on the field for Catharsis as well. No armor upgrades for those AAVs. They're going to try and bully this blast drone back and head back to cover. Well, a nice flanking maneuver from, who was this? Jetlag dislodged all of those railguns from the high ground position. He needs a support cruiser on the field ASAP. This is not a good plan. Long hauling like this, that hurts you badly in the early game.
Artifact extraction.
Second production cruiser hits the field for Catharsis, and the first artifact of the game is dunked by Warchild, bringing them up 1-0. But their aggression has been seen off. We do have a fair number of assault railguns and just a handful of skimmers. Likewise, AAVs and a single LAV for Team 1, Team 2 transitioning a little bit more into railgun-centric builds. Are these all assault? 1 heavy and 3 assault, with the double production cruisers on the field, as well as refinery mode. Catharsis is going to move out with his carrier. Looks like we have a refinery mode for Warchild, as well as a support cruiser for Moritz. So those 3 players on 2 bases. Jetlag finally long-hauling from his first wreck bulkhead. Imagine we're going to be seeing heavy railguns on the field for Warchild, as well as railguns for Moritz. Things are settling down now as everybody transitions into the mid-game. Looks like we are gearing up for the long one. Oh, I'm still salty I missed that blast drone hit. That was probably just retarded. Oh man. There was a lot of skimmers on the field, and all of a sudden, poof, they were gone. The power of the blast drone. We got another support cruiser on the field. Looks like there's one in production for Moritz. He wants to grab a third. Catharsis is setting up his third presently. Looks like it's going to be fully saturated ASAP. No other players making a bid for any territory control or artifacts, which is a little bit odd. Did Warchilds get sniped? No, his base runner is there. It spots Catharsis aggression here. A couple of skimmers screening for a group of assault railguns backed up by a couple heavy rails. Do we have upgrades yet for those? Yeah, we do. Some armor upgrades.
Hostile railgun inbound. A base runner is under attack.
All players just satisfied to macro up for the moment, except for Catharsis, who is going to push. This base runner is toast for sure. Just going to launch out that scanner before it goes down. And, oh dear, Moritz carrier pushing forward into this. This is potentially problematic for him. There are enough railguns here to cause a big threat to a carrier. Let's just make sure nothing's going on the other side of the field. No, both of those players just macroing up. Moritz, though, getting in position to drive this off. He is getting missile batteries on the field. He's got enough AAVs and railguns to hold this with some good positioning. He needs more railguns, though, for sure. And indeed, he does have them in production. He does have that damage upgrade as well as an armor upgrade for the railguns. So keeping pace pretty nicely with Catharsis, a little bit behind in terms of economy, however. Do have a little bit of a push coming in from Jetlag, just a handful of LAVs with damage and armor upgrades. That's interesting. If he's invested that heavily into upgrades, though, he needs more LAVs than this. He is clearly a new player, and that's cool. He is going toe-to-toe with some fairly decent and experienced players in this match, so that's good. He needs to get more LAVs, though, and start getting some tech onto the field. Is he going to have air? That might be a thing, because I don't see any AAVs or LAVs. Whoa, look at Moritz's army. Nice macro coming out of Moritz, and some nice unit positioning too. Look at him split these railguns. 3 up here, 2 back there. A couple of AAVs spread among to shut down any skimmer run-bys, as well as a nice screening LAV blob here. Really good play from Moritz there. He needs to get those salvagers mining. Can't fall too far behind Catharsis. And I feel like Warchild should just grab one of these artifacts too and put the pressure on red team. There we go. So railguns coming out for Team 2 from Jetlag, taking up that high ground spot. Really passive play currently on this side of the map. Nice positioning here from Warchild. He needs to get these railguns in a better spot, though. They're not going to be able to see anything that comes from this side.
New position. Target position set.
Strike craft destroyed.
Grid warp set.
That skimmer's toast.
Move it to guard craft.
Jesus. Moritz with a big army right now. That's pretty scary. Tons of railguns too for Catharsis. Look at this. Assault railguns, heavy railguns, and just that initial little blob of screening skimmers. Moritz looks like he is gearing up for a push, creeping forward with that terrain.
Light attack vehicle rendering complete.
Do we have air tech for anybody?
Allied craft destroyed by enemy forces.
We don't.
Light attack vehicle rendering complete.
Looks like finally more LAVs coming on the field for Jetlag. A couple of blast drones in here even. Some nice defensive blast drones. I like that to protect those railguns. This is actually a pretty nice little move here.
Allied forces are in
A couple back and one back here even. Catharsis has spotted the AAVs. He's going to try and push them back. A little bit of smoke. Going to keep those alive. Man, there are going to be some huge battles coming when this kicks off for real. Oh, what the hell, man? Just a suicide blob of LAVs. Why? Oh, that's not going to do anything worthwhile. He's going to try and go through his Warchild's entire army just to try and snipe a couple heavy railguns on this high ground. That is not going to do anything. That was a big waste. And Warchild can just move in and kill him now if he wants to, now that he doesn't have that LAV blob. We got a third production cruiser on the field. Warchild must have some decent carrier power. A little bit.
Rally position marked.
Warchild wants to push right now, though, man. Jetlag just sacrificed, like, the bulk of his military power in that push. Looks like Moritz and Catharsis are going to try a little bit of skirmishing here. Railguns trading blows across the blob of LAVs and skimmers that are duking it out, and the LAVs are going to take that battle decisively. Moritz should push right now. He has a pretty big advantage on this side of the map at the moment with all of these LAVs. He needs to push that advantage. Oh, Warchild with the counterattack. The big blob of skimmers just sweeps through Jetlag's forces, cleans up all those railguns. Jetlag finally has a support cruiser on the field, is fully at 2 bases long hauling from his third. Warchild going to poke in even on Catharsis, clean up a couple of units and draw him away from that side of the map. Really, really nice play from Warchild here. Moritz needs to capitalize on this and push like right now. They could close the... Oh, the honor guard cruiser hit. Oh, that was beautiful. Oh god, now that there's honor guard cruisers on the field, Moritz is going to have a problem pushing into this. He didn't want to let this happen, and he had the opportunity before that window closed, and now that window has closed. And with every passing moment, it's going to shut further and further, and the more of these that are on the field, the harder it is going to be for Moritz to push in here.
Strike craft destroyed.
Fleet at maximum capacity.
Another big LAV blob from Jetlag, going to clean up those skimmers from Warchild. Nobody making a play for any artifacts. But I guess that's because both extraction zones are pretty much locked down. That's the challenge on this map. Really, really easy to grab the artifacts due to the line of sight through the center here. You can grab these very easily, but the extraction zones are very difficult to reach across all of this open ground, very close to your enemy's third. So it can be pretty easy on this map to lock down your opponent's resource location. Second honor guard cruiser hits the field, and Moritz has to be super careful right now.
System power full. Verified.
And again, with the suicide LAV blob, going to clean up a couple of railguns, but going to lose all of his army again. So maybe not the best choice. Finally up to full 3 base economy, every player in the game now, so even keel across the board for economic strength. Oh, not a place you want to push into, man. Oh, those honor guard cruiser hits. And the high ground heavy rails punishing damage. Moritz's entire army gets absolutely decimated. Gets a couple of LAVs back there to try and clean up some rails, but those skimmers are on it, man, and Moritz lost pretty much his entire army. Moritz, that was a oof. Tried to just brute force it in there, man, but when you got a couple of HGCs and some heavy rails on the high ground like this, don't do that. That was ouch. Oh, some nice honor guard cruiser play though in this game. What is that? A battle cruiser? Holy Jesus. So we got a battle cruiser on the field. Now it's going to be a challenge for the BC to get across this giant wide open space. with heavy railguns on the field, but if he can close ground, this could be potentially lethal. What he wants to do is try and go through mid, though. Don't try and go out here, because there is all these railguns. Even the, whatever this thing, I always forget what this is called, the direct fire barrage can be pretty damn deadly to cruisers. So he wants to take his battlecruiser and go through mid and get it through here, right there. At any rate, other side of the map, we have got, oh, Catharsis has closed the jaws. There's no way they're getting anything in this extraction zone. All of these heavy railguns, these two honor guard cruisers, pouring their fire onto the third, which has almost entirely been cleaned up, getting vision from those skimmers. And Moritz is just going to push this off of this carrier, which is going to take immense amounts of damage from this force. He's just going to try and brute force it back here. He's losing almost all of his railguns in the process. Carrier is below half strength, half health. He needs to get that thing the hell out of here. But he successfully dislodged Catharsis from that open ground position, giving him a chance to secure his third once again. And both players, Warchild with double artifact grab, nice play, and a big backstab as well from all of these skimmers right behind Catharsis. Very, very nice. This is going to dislodge Jetlag, force him to send this one AAV and all of these LAVs back. Well, Warchild cleans up Catharsis second. Very, very nice play from Warchild. He is sending his carrier across the map as well to support Moritz.
Defense alert. Enemy armor inbound.
Going to clean up all of these heavy rail. Well, not all of them. There are skimmers en route to shut this down. He's going to clean up a couple. You can see the difference that the armor upgrades make, man. Wow. Took those skimmers a while to just clean up that one railgun even. And now the skimmers are on top. But a missile barrage gets let loose from Warchild's carrier as it pushes forward. Full power into weapon range, 2 into weapons. This thing is a beast right now, going to dislodge those 2 HGC, but neither of them die, which is crucial for Catharsis. Catharsis keeping his cool in a very nice way. He needs more power in missiles, though, but he needs to bully this carrier off. Catharsis has this side of the map on lockdown, man. Both players are trying desperately to dislodge him. Moritz moving in for the escort, and 2 more artifacts look like they are about to be dunked. Definitely. So Team 1 bringing it up 3-0 in terms of artifacts. Nice play there with support from Warchild, whose carrier has taken some pretty decent damage from those railguns. Across the map, we do have the battlecruiser moving forward. Oh, it somehow got across the map too, and there's not enough railguns to stop it. There's one HGC, but that is distracted by all of these LAVs from Jetlag. Nice play from Jetlag now, cleaning up those heavy railguns, allowing that battlecruiser to advance. Now that it has some cover, Warchild is in trouble big time. Jetlag wants to stay behind this dune so that HGC cannot pop this in one shot.
Carrier heating levels reaching maximum spike. Decrease power levels to avoid system failure.
Good grief, look at this. 3 honor guard cruisers now. Tons of, way too many missile batteries. There was like 5? Oh, that's weird. 5 missile batteries. That is definitely way too many when there's not a single aircraft on the field. Another missile barrage comes off from Warchild's carrier, and that's going to get dodged by Catharsis easily. Once again, Moritz lost almost his entire army, and he has been forced into retreat, and now there is trouble. Are those both assault cruisers? 2 assault cruisers now on the field. Very strange build. Why isn't this battlecruiser, like, destroying all of this stuff?
Base runner lost.
We have visual on the artifact.
Looks like Jetlag is going to try and grab an artifact on the back of that. He's got the battlecruiser on the top of this high ground here, just going to start popping shots off. He wants it in among this stuff, though. He wants to push with that battlecruiser right in here. Push right in here. We do have a turret go down as well. Assault cruisers coming in to support. Oh god, but Warchild has been forced back, and now Moritz is in big trouble. He has got a Knef carrier, 3 power in missile systems and 1 in movement, and the advance of the honor guard cruisers is in full swing. Look at this force. Absolutely gorgeous. Moritz carrier is in big trouble. Full retreat now, forcing Warchild back. He just has to ignore that battlecruiser. He is potentially gonna, looks like it just blew up actually. In the background there I saw that explosion on the high ground. Probably that honor guard cruiser shot. Warchild looks like he's got an honor guard cruiser of his own up on the high ground there. Yeah, that battle cruiser was totally wasted, unfortunately. Look at this. Killed by that for sure, and all of these railguns. So many honor guard cruisers and railguns. I hear another Galcian missile barrage.
Enemy armor inbound. Sand skimmer taking fire.
Maybe destroyed a few units, but Catharsis dodged the majority of that. Do we have a cruise missile yet? Oh man, we do have a cruise missile and artillery cruisers. What a game. This is actually turning out to be pretty damn awesome. Very unusual as well. I gotta keep my eyes peeled. Whoa, we got a carrier push on that side. I gotta keep my eyes peeled for that cruise missile. I'm gonna watch like this. Hopefully I don't miss it. Battle cruisers and assault cruisers and a carrier. This thing has a cruise missile as well. Okay, I gotta go into sensors manager. Oh, there's the cruise missile. Oof! Wow. Good thing that didn't connect directly with Catharsis forces, because that would have been GG for Catharsis. Cruise missile right here would be pretty nice, but instead I don't think he's got the CUs for it. Or he doesn't have the research, because he definitely has a bunch of CUs. No, he doesn't. 470. He's just gonna sit here and take railgun fire. No, man, use the smoke. Push up there. Use the missile barrage from the assault cruisers to clear that up. Well, he has cleared out Warchild's third and has taken it, and he's just spamming assault cruisers and battle cruisers. Catharsis again gonna dodge the missile barrage. You can see how weak the Galcian missile barrage is. It's pretty lame, to be honest. It's so erratic. I mean, it can force your opponent to move, but most of the time it's not going to do really much damage, especially the cruisers. It definitely won't kill any cruisers unless it gets supremely lucky. Both carriers, Catharsis alone is taking on both carriers right now. He's got to be careful. He's doing pretty well though. This one carrier backed up by a couple honor guard cruisers. It's like the rest of his army got mostly cleared up. Meanwhile, Warchild has this entire high ground all across his side of the map on lockdown, forced off Jetlag. Look at all these honor guard cruisers and heavy railguns. These ones need to be moved into a proper position, however. We gotta get up here, up there. Jetlag was able to dunk that one artifact. He's gonna go for a second, so gonna bring it up 3-2 perhaps. Oof, those artillery barrages. Moritz carrier goes back and full power into the reactive armor to regenerate those hit points, while Warchild's carrier tanks damage and spots line of sight for the artillery onto Catharsis carrier. Oh, but he's gonna eat those missiles. Ouch, 5 power in missiles. Nothing to even sneeze at, and a direct close range missile barrage from his carrier. Look at this shit. This is pretty epic. Desperate fight to take down Catharsis carrier. Warchild wants this down so he can stop supporting Moritz on this side of the map and focus on Jetlag. His attention split, and he's clearly focusing on this, which is the more important task. Oh, it's probably going to happen too. Catharsis carrier is so damaged right now. Oh, that honor guard cruiser, a couple heavy railguns as well. Is it going to go down? Artillery from behind the lines. It is definitely toast. Catharsis carrier goes down in a spectacular explosion. Nicely done. Meanwhile, on the other side, did Jetlag's carrier go down? No, it's all the way back on this side, spewing out more assault cruisers. With this many heavy railguns and honor guard cruisers on the field, that is not a good choice. He wants to get artillery. He wants to get railguns. Battle cruisers can be okay, but you got to get them through the mid here and on top of all this stuff. Instead of here, that was a really bad position. But perfect way to learn is to play, watch your replays, watch casts of your replays, and see what you did wrong and improve in the following games. I'm gonna pop a turret. One base runner goes down. The turret is going to get sniped immediately. This base runner is probably going to make the drop, bringing it up 3-2. But good grief, this is where all the action is. Holy shit, what a battle! Look at this. Oh, look at this. Missile barrage actually cleans up a bunch of units from the high ground. Jetlag's carrier, point blank, goes in between Moritz and Warchild, somehow tanking enough damage to stay alive. Oh, there's a cruise missile. Where's it going? Oh, direct hit right onto Jetlag's carrier. Jetlag is toast. Warchild and Moritz are going to take it. Definitely, there would have to be some kind of crazy shit to happen for that not to go down. They're about to dunk their 4th artifact, bring it up 4-2. They are definitely going to kill Jetlag's carrier momentarily here, so well played to all players. Congratulations to Warchild and Moritz for taking the win and a fantastic game. Hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did. Smash that like if you liked this video. Let me know what you think in the comments. Hit the subscribe button if you like the content on my channel. Oh, the cruise missile. Watch him win with this. It won't happen, but that would be hilarious. Oh, God. Direct hit on both carriers. What the hell? What if he wins? Did I call it too soon? Warchild might actually go down here. Oh my God, he might actually win. If he can get these battle cruisers and assault cruisers onto Moritz's carrier and focus down Warchild, Warchild is going to rely on a nuke. Oh no, man. Oh God, this is so close. Get those battle cruisers on this carrier. Oh, they died. Oh, fuck me. What an ending. Like, holy shit, that ending was Armageddon. That was so cool. Alright, that ending just made the whole cast worth it. I hope you guys liked it. I certainly did. And I'll see you for the next video.